Okay, what we have is a 72, late 72, early 73 boomerang. Came in for a pot replacement, and it had some of the typical issues that we see with these. This is a really nice, clean, original example. It still had the original Central Lab pot with a 72 date code, which had gone scratchy. But the things we had to address after we put our smooth pot in was the travel was too long because the felt had worn down on this bumper down at the bottom. And what you have to do is back it out, and you can see I've unscrewed it. And I added this lock nut. We're going to lock it down now that it's adjusted. So we raised that stop so that the gear doesn't run off on the end here. And if you do it correctly, you'll still have the full range of the pot. Similarly, there was a felt, either felt or rubber pusher that was supposed to push the switch that's missing. And we're going to let the customer install it when he takes it home. And what seemed to do it was about 1/8 of an inch. So he's going to glue that on there, and that'll push the switch. So it'll go from watt to volume mode. But both of those were out of whack on this when it came in, which would have made it operate really funny. The other thing that sometimes people run into with these, which we saw on here, the way the pots are made, I don't know if the Central Labs, some of the Central Labs were like this. There's an overlap where the round carbon track meets the track that joins up with the contacts, and you get a scratchy sound if you go too far into the treble. So we had to make sure and adjust where this wasn't going that far into the treble. You're still getting the full treble of the wah circuit, but if you went any further, that's the other reason you have to limit the travel with this backstop. So that's the subtle balancing act you have to do to make that work. And everything I'm saying applies to the original pots as well. It's not really a defect of the pot, because you don't want to be running the pot that close to its physical stop inside the pot anyway. So that's how we set them up when we install them. There's one of the rare ones that I sold and actually got to install myself.